And mentor of mine posed a question in a Facebook group that I'm a part of. And the question was, where has the Holy Spirit been active in your life? And so if you're watching this, I want you to think about that for a moment. Where has the Holy Spirit been active in your life? Maybe you've had an important test, desperately needed to pass it. Holy Spirit helped. Who knows? Personally, I'm not going to talk about my own life yet, you're okay. But personally, I think the Holy Spirit can be seen all around us, all of the time. A great example I can give is a friend of mine years ago was bereaved. She was older than me by quite a bit. And her husband passed away, and she was understandably, of course, broken-hearted. And she told me this story. She said that she was sat in her garden one day, and she was thinking about her husband. And she saw the strangest thing. A little bird just landed on her fence, and then landed on the patio table in front of her. And it just looked at her for the longest time, and then just flew away. And that was the moment she knew it was okay. She knew everything was going to be okay. Because I believe that was the Holy Spirit. Another way of putting it is, imagine, in my experience, funerals. The Holy Spirit equips and empowers those of us that deal with people at that time. Those of us that deal with death. It's not a taboo word. Those of us who deal with death. We have to sit there and we have to reassure families and carry families, and rightly so. It's one of the reasons you put this thing on. But also, the Holy Spirit moves through us all through the process. It enables us to accentuate those gifts that we should already have as ministers, to be fair. Even as Christians, we should have these gifts, the gifts of empathy, the gifts of care, the gifts of love. The Holy Spirit takes those, and whatever they are inside of us, be they turned up to a 5 or a 6 or a 9, the Holy Spirit comes along and whoop up to 11. Because that's what the Spirit does. I'm quite an introvert, believe it or not. I know, looking the way I do, it's hard to believe. But I am actually quite an introvert. There are times I just need to be away from people. There are times I need to come home, shut my office door, and just be alone. You wouldn't think it. To see me up there preaching, to see me doing all ages, to see me out and about, you'd think I was quite the extrovert. And that is the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit gives me that zest, it gives me that oomph, that push. The Holy Spirit also knows when I've gone as far as I can go. I'm just a man. And so the Holy Spirit knows when to say, okay now, time to sit down, time to rest. And that is when I come and I shut the door and I get some Earl Grey and I put some Chopin on and I just relax for a bit. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at me and you're thinking, Earl Grey, Chopin, what? It's true. Hey, listen, I can listen to Disturbed and Iron Maiden and Machine Head with the best of them. But one of my guilty pleasures is a bit of Chopin. The Holy Spirit is around all of us all the time. It's in everything we do. It's in every word we say, every action we take. And the Holy Spirit is able to make us capable of so much more than we thought. And I've said this before, if you're watching this and you've watched any of my other videos, there might be times you have said, I can't do that. I can't before you've even tried. Lean on the Spirit. Let the Spirit help you try. Because until you try, you don't know if you can achieve. Ministry. Going forward for ministry. One of the hardest things I have ever done. And yet, it was the Spirit that pushed me. You can, if you let the Spirit help. You can, if you listen to the Spirit. And that's the thing, see, my brothers and sisters, lean on the Spirit, be with the Holy Spirit. It's there all the time. It's just waiting for us to let it in. You have something that you need to do. I'm asking now, if you have something that you need to do, if you have something that you're putting off, I implore you today, pray on it, ask the Spirit to help you, and then go get it, whatever it is. You see, the Holy Spirit, it's in every smile. It's in every good morning. How many times have you randomly said good morning to someone, only for them to look quite surprised? I do it. This helps. I walk around. Morning, how are you? All right, lad? And people go, yeah, fine, thanks. Because people just don't do that anymore. And we should. The Holy Spirit can bring unity. The Holy Spirit can bring community. It can bring peace. It can bring love. It can bring hope. It can bring belief. It can bring an ability to be more. The Holy Spirit can give so much. We hear the words in the creed, don't we? We believe in the Holy Spirit, the Lord, the giver of life. Indeed, when I was at college, just before I finished, I was at seminary, I wrote a creed, and in there I said the Holy Spirit was our confidant. It was our strength. And I stand by that. I believe the Spirit listens. I believe the Spirit will help. We just have to let it. And so, my brothers and sisters, you've sat through my first non-lectionary based video. And I'm going to close with this. Lean on the Spirit. Let the Spirit fill you. We are human beings. We are full of gaps. That's you. That's me. That's the fellow walking past my office right now. That's all of us. We've all got gaps. Let the Spirit fill those gaps. Because it's in those gaps that we are able to do things that we never thought possible. Ever. And that's what I would beg you to do. That's what I would implore you to do. Let the Spirit in. Pray. Ask the Lord to send the Spirit upon you. And ask the Spirit to walk with you. Ask the Spirit to equip, to empower you. And remember, all things that you do them with love. Because as Jesus said, love thy neighbour as you love yourself. Everything you do with love. And whether it's be love for yourself, or love for your community, or love for another, or love for God, or love for the Spirit, do it in love. I hope you have a wonderful week, my friends, and I'll see you soon. God bless.